Stop scrolling. The FBI just arrested NBA stars, and now the league's biggest names are shaking. This isn't rumors anymore. This is a mafia-level crime operation hiding behind basketball. And the next arrest could be a legend? Maybe even a GOAT. What if I told you some NBA games were never real? That players faked injuries on purpose? And the mafia cashed millions every time a star stepped off the court? Well, the FBI just confirmed it. They arrested Billups. They arrested Rozier, but the name everyone's whispering now is LeBron James, and the silence around him is the loudest part of this investigation. Federal agents say this is only phase 1. More NBA stars are about to fall. So the real question is, who's next? This isn't a sports scandal. This is the NBA versus the mafia, and the FBI says the biggest names haven't even been exposed. Yet, the NBA is facing a scandal that sounds like a movie script. Insider. Betting and game fixing tied to organized crime. Federal documents mention more than 30 people, including connections to 4 major mafia families in New York. The message from the feds was loud and clear. Your winning streak is over. And the law always wins. This wasn't some friendly card night where a few athletes drank whiskey and played poker for fun. What investigators found was a fully engineered cheating empire, designed with technology and precision most people only see in spy movies. There were special shuffling machines programmed to secretly scan card orders. Some decks had barcodes printed so small and hidden, even casino inspectors would struggle to catch them. Cameras were disguised inside poker tables, embedded under the felt, and even planted inside nearby light fixtures. With one glance at a monitor in another room, a dealer or organizer could see every single card at the table, including the ones no player was supposed to know. This wasn't gambling. It was a calculated trap. And then came the names. Not random strangers. Not unknown scammers. But familiar faces from NBA highlight reels and championship sidelines. Chauncey Billups, Finals MVP, respected coach and face of Detroit basketball. Damon Jones, a former NBA shooter turned coach with strong league connections. Terry Rozier, an active, high-earning player with a massive fan base. The kind of names that sell jerseys and make headlines, all 3 arrested. All 3 tied to this scheme. All 3 trusted by the league. Until now. Most fans assumed these individuals were only focused on basketball careers and multi-million-dollar business deals. But what they didn't know is that this underground operation ran for years. Not weeks. Not months. Years. And it ran quietly, hidden behind VIP access, private invitations, and loyalty to powerful people. This scandal wasn't limited to poker chips and card decks either. It reached into the heart of what makes sports sacred: competition and fairness. According to investigators, illegal betting was directly connected to manipulating NBA games. Information about injuries was secretly passed to mafia bettors before it became public. Some players allegedly faked injuries to exit early, so gambling syndicates could win prop bets and make serious cash. One moment on the court could turn into a 6-figure payout. Behind the scenes, the more the FBI dug, the uglier it got. The agents discovered mafia families had been pulling strings behind the curtains. And not just one group operating alone, but 4 major New York mafia families working together. These are groups that historically fight each other for territory. Yet this time, money was so massive that rivals turned into business partners. That is how huge this was. Victims weren't just losing a little cash here and there. We're talking millions disappearing into criminal pockets. One single target lost $1.8 million. The entire operation drained over $7.1 million just from poker scams alone. And that's only what the DOJ has confirmed publicly so far. While the feds were making arrests, online chaos exploded. Fans, bettors, bloggers, and even retired athletes started hunting for connections. They pointed out old photos, old poker appearances, old friendships. And again, big-time NBA names showed up in those circles. Names with billionaire investments. Names who attended exclusive hedge fund poker nights. Names like LeBron James. Now, to be clear, there is no confirmed involvement from LeBron. But when certain legends stay silent and other legends like Shaq drop cryptic hints, the speculation only gets louder. Shaq said on live TV, "I know everybody that's at play, and I don't want to be hypocritical. My homeboys gamble. That wasn't a joke. That was a warning." And when a Hall of Famer suggests he's seen more than he said, the entire league gets uncomfortable. To raise the stakes even more, The FBI director himself took the podium to announce the case, something that only happens for the largest federal takedowns. He confirmed not one crime ring, but 2 operations uncovered at once. Operation Nothing But Bet, targeting illegal NBA insider betting. Operation Royal Flush, targeting mafia-controlled poker scams involving NBA insiders as strategic assets. The scale is beyond anything the NBA has ever faced. We're talking game outcomes manipulated, coaches leaking injury updates, players acting on criminal instructions, tech devices used to cheat rich targets, illegal profits reaching into the hundreds of millions. And here's the part everyone needs to hear. The justice system isn't done. Only 2 major NBA names have been officially unsealed in charges so far. The rest of the indictments, the full list of insiders, remains locked away. Federal prosecutors say this is just the beginning. More arrests are coming. More careers are about to end. More secrets are preparing to explode. This is no longer just a league issue. It might expand into other professional sports, even the NCAA. The NBA now sits on a live grenade. Every fan, every reporter, every skeptic is waiting for it to detonate, because the biggest question remains: if Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier were only the first 2 to fall, then who are the next names we're about to hear? This story isn't closing down. It's leveling up, and the truth is coming. Whether the league likes it or not, the NBA hasn't felt this level of shock in decades, not since the darkest scandals in sports history. And somehow, one of the biggest names in the world is suddenly caught in the whirlwind of rumors: LeBron James. People aren't saying he's guilty. No one has proven he's involved. But his name keeps landing at the center of every conversation because of how close he has always been to the power circles where this mess was brewing. For years, LeBron attended elite private poker nights with billionaires, executives, and high-profile athletes. That was never suspicious. Until now, the league is dealing with complete chaos. Fans can't trust what they're seeing. Analysts don't know what to say on air. And behind the scenes, insiders are panicking because the public now believes that some of the NBA's untouchable superstars might be tied to something way uglier than anyone imagined. What used to sound like wild gossip, the type of rumors only whispered in barbershops, Discord servers, and shady betting groups, has just been proven to have real roots. The FBI is involved. Arrests have been made. The mafia is officially in the picture. And suddenly those old rumors don't sound so crazy anymore. People who followed underground betting culture are saying, "We tried to tell everyone." They claim this world didn't just appear overnight, it's been there, hiding in plain sight, protected by money, fame, and fear. Now imagine how that looks to fans who worship their favorite players like heroes. The biggest stars are supposed to be role models. They're supposed to earn their contracts based on natural talent, not because a criminal organization guaranteed playoff victories and prop bet payouts. Once doubt enters the game, it spreads everywhere. Was that missed shot an accident? Was that early substitution planned? Did a player sit out because he was hurt? Or because the mob needed him to? Every play becomes suspicious. People online have been connecting dots nonstop. They're revisiting performances from the last few years. They're pointing to strange injuries, last-minute lineup changes, betting swings that made no sense, and they're asking questions. Hard questions. Questions the league never wanted to face. And guess who's always in the middle of attention, love or hate? LeBron. Whether he deserves that spotlight right now or not, his silence is speaking loud. Fans see this situation in 2 ways. If LeBron is innocent, why hasn't he said anything? If he knows something, why is he staying quiet? Either way, his name is stuck inside the narrative, and the internet refuses to let go. The crazy part is that we are only at the first stage of this investigation. Authorities already said more indictments are coming. More arrests are expected. And every time a new name drops, the pressure gets heavier, the anxiety gets worse, and the league's credibility cracks a little more. The NBA built itself on drama, competition, and star power. Now that same star power might be dragging it into darkness, because if even one major icon falls, the entire basketball world falls with them. This isn't gossip. This is a federal takedown. Mafia-level organized crime. October 23, 2025, the day everything exploded. Instead of celebrating the new NBA season, MVP debates, opening night predictions, big off-season moves, fans woke up to the news that Billups and Rozier were taken into federal custody. Their arrests exposed a secret underground gambling network with support from active La Cosa Nostra families. And the FBI didn't call this minor. They called it historic. Victims lost millions. Just the poker scheme alone drained more than $7.1 million from wealthy targets. One person lost $1.8 million by themselves. That's not pocket change. That's life-changing money, instantly. Conversations across social media, betting forums, and NBA fan groups started circling one powerful name, LeBron James. No one is saying he's guilty. Nothing is confirmed. But his silence has sparked even more suspicion. And then Shaq made comments that shook the room. He said, "I know everybody that's at play. I'm not going to sit up here and be hypocritical. My homeboys gamble. Don't you?" That wasn't lighthearted. That sounded like someone who has seen things. Someone finally hinting at secrets he's held for years. When legends start dropping cryptic lines like that while active players and coaches are being arrested, the whole league starts sweating. But the moment this became a true national crisis was when the FBI director personally stepped up to the podium. That only happens for major criminal busts. He confirmed 2 operations were uncovered. Operation Nothing But Bet, insider NBA betting. Operation Royal Flush, mafia-controlled poker using NBA personnel as inside assets were talking wealthy victims. High-stakes schemes and hundreds of millions in stolen gains. This wasn't gambling gone wrong. It was carefully planned crime. Coaches secretly texting injury updates so mobsters could cash in on bets. Players faking small injuries to mess with game outcomes. Cutting-edge poker tech, X-ray table surfaces, RFID-tagged cards, and contact lenses that reveal hidden markings. Even poker chip trays designed to scan cards while no one noticed. This is the kind of technology people expect in spy movies, not the NBA. And here's the part most people missed. The government only released 2 names so far. The rest of the indictments are sealed. And more arrests are coming. This story isn't over. Not even close. Right away, fans started connecting dots. They pulled up every photo, every event, every poker night where familiar NBA faces showed up. Same private rooms, same VIP tables, same billionaire investors and hedge fund guys. And one name kept popping up again and again, LeBron James. Why? Because LeBron has always moved in powerful business circles. He's not just a player, he's a billionaire investor with partnerships across sports, tech, and entertainment. To the internet, that was enough reason to suspect he might at least know something. Meanwhile, mainstream media tried to calm the noise. But online, nobody was buying it. One person asked, "Doesn't LeBron own a gambling company?" The NBA has covered up betting scandals for decades. Then things got even messier. Terry Rozier's text messages, the receipts, were exposed publicly. He allegedly told his circle exactly when he would fake an injury so they could place bets on his unders. Fewer points, fewer rebounds, fewer assists. He played just 9 minutes, checked out, and the bets cashed out. Tens of thousands of dollars in profit delivered right to his house, literally counted in his living room. Chauncey Billups was also accused of leaking lineup secrets, reportedly telling people that Portland would bench key starters so the Mafia could bet on Chicago to cover the spread. That isn't a mistake. That isn't addiction. That is intentional game manipulation. And when cheating has gone on for years without anyone noticing, the obvious question becomes, who else has been in this room? And just hasn't been caught yet? Ever since 2018, the NBA has welcomed sports betting with open arms. Live betting odds on the broadcast. Sponsored betting apps. Advertising everywhere. Some fans now say the league invited this disaster. People online are fed up. The NBA is 100% scripted, just like the NFL. They arrest ex-players, not the billionaires running the show. This is why I stopped caring about pro sports. It's all rigged. One comment hit especially hard. Legalizing sports betting was the first domino. Greed was always coming. When big gambling money mixes with athletes, temptation doesn't just appear, it explodes. Some analysts tried to show sympathy. Kenny Smith said maybe addiction pushed players into making terrible decisions. You're at the top of your career. Millions of dollars? And still you risk it? That sounds like addiction. But Charles Barkley wasn't having it. Nah, this isn't addiction. It's stupidity and greed. He pointed out that Rozier makes $26 million a year. Why risk everything for a payout that isn't even close to what he already earns? People on the streets think the truth is somewhere in the middle. Some did it because they were hooked. Others did it because they saw free money sitting on the table. Either way, the consequences are the same, and the FBI isn't finished yet. And then there's a whole different level to this. pressure. Some players didn't join for money or addiction. They joined because powerful criminals pushed them into it. This is where the mob enters the picture. Not one mafia family. Not two. 4 of New York's biggest crime families working together. That almost never happens. These groups usually fight over power and territory. They don't share anything. But the amount of cash flowing through this scheme was too huge to ignore. They put aside decades of rivalry to build one giant profit machine. So if the mafia is that deeply involved, organized, connected, and coordinated, does anyone really believe only 2 NBA names are guilty? The government is calling this just phase 1 of the crackdown. Federal prosecutors already confirmed more arrests are coming. And sources say the FBI isn't stopping with the NBA. They're digging into other leagues and even the NCAA. This could turn explosive real fast. One wrong name leaked, and the entire sports world changes forever. Right now, the NBA is sitting on a ticking time bomb. And fans aren't blind. They're watching every move. If Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier were caught first, and if Shaq is out here dropping hints that he's seen way more, then who else has been playing dirty behind the curtain? Is the NBA planning to protect the superstars and throw the smaller names to the wolves? Or are we finally about to see the truth, the full truth, with legends exposed for everyone to see? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you want the next chapter of this investigation, hit like, subscribe, and tap on the next video on your screen.